All right, guys, everyone keeps saying Los Angeles is over, too expensive, too political, too chaotic. But what if I told you the next 12 months are going to be completely flipping LA real estate on its head? And most people won't see it coming. In this video, I'm breaking down 6 huge changes already reshaping how people buy and sell and live in Los Angeles. And trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around till the end because number 5 will completely change the way you think about where LA's future growth is heading. Now let's get into it. But before we do me a favor, hit a like, comment, and subscribe if you wanna stay ahead of what's really happening in LA real estate. Okay, number 1, the LAX Automated People Mover. If you've ever had to pick someone up from LAX, you already know it's a full contact sport. 15-minute drives turns into 45. Once you get inside the airport, you're like questioning every life choice that you made. But that's about to change because in mid-2026, LAX is rolling out the Automated People Mover, a $5.5 billion, 2.25-mile elevated train that takes people to every terminal and parking facilities. The Metro Rail system, because it's huge. For the first time ever, you'll be able to land in LA, hop on a clean driverless train, and connect straight into the city. No Ubers, no shuttles, no chaos. And it isn't about convenience, it's about real estate value and urban connectivity. Areas around the airport like Westchester, Inglewood, Playa del Rey, they may become way more appealing for professionals who travel frequently. We're already seeing interest from remote workers, businesses, and travelers, and even tech who split their time between LA and Silicon Valley. And once that metro connection opens, neighborhoods that were once too close to the airport could suddenly become some of the most strategic investments on the west side. Comment below, guys. I'd love to know what you hear, and stay tuned for the next tip. So next up, Century City. You think this place is already packed, right? Luxury malls, billion-dollar offices, all that glass and steel. But the truth is, it's just getting started. Right now, construction's underway on Century City Center, a 37-story, 730,000 square foot Class A office tower that will be anchored by none other than CAA, one of the biggest talent agencies on the planet. And this is more than just building, it's a statement. It signals a renaissance in West LA, providing that the post-pandemic office is dead narrative isn't quite true. Not when the offices look like this. You've got tech companies, media studios, and creative agencies doubling down on this corridor because it's close to Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, and the 405. Basically, the perfect triangle for high-income professionals. Now, here's where it gets interesting for buyers and investors. Every time a new commercial hub like this gets built, residential demand spikes in nearby neighborhoods. We're already seeing renewed competition for homes in Westwood, Cheviot Hills, Beverlywood, and even Pico Robertson, anywhere that offers a short commute but a quieter vibe. So if you're someone who wants to live near where the next wave of money and jobs is moving, this is your pocket. What about you? If you get to live near any major job hub in LA, would you pick Century City, downtown, or Culver City? Drop a line in the comments. I want to see where the people stand, and stay tuned for development number 3. Number 3 is the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, LA's next cultural landmark. Now, let's head down to Exposition Park because George Lucas is building the most ambitious museums in the world, the Lucas Museum of Narrative Arts. It's a 300,000 square foot futuristic landmark designed to celebrate storytelling from fine art, photography, to film, digital media. The building itself looks like a spaceship landed in South LA. It'll feature multiple exhibition levels, a theater, and 11 acres of park space woven around it, giving Exposition Park a massive facelift. But here's the thing, this project just isn't about Star Wars nostalgia, it's about revitalization. Finally, the museum will transform Exposition Park into a world-class cultural district, joining forces with the Coliseum, Bank of California Stadium, and the California Science Center. The tourism, foot traffic, and attention this brings will be massive. And the ripple effect for nearby neighborhoods, Jefferson Park, Lamert Park, Vermont Square, could be huge. More local businesses, new restaurants, better infrastructure, and yes, more buyers looking to get in early before prices surge. So whether you're an art lover, a film buff, or just someone who wants to see South LA get the investment that it deserves, this is one of those rare projects that's both cultural and community driven. Be honest, will you actually visit the Lucas Museum when it opens? Or is this gonna be another someday spot on your list? And number 4, Habitat LA, the future of urban living in Culver City. Now let's talk about one of my favorite projects because it represents where LA living is headed. It's called Habitat LA, developed by Land Lease, and it's set to open around early 2026 near La Cienega and Jefferson. This one is different. It's a mixed-use, transit-oriented community with 260 residential units, 253,000 square feet of creative office space, and ground level retail. Think modern, sustainable, walkable. Basically everything that young buyers and renters have been asking for, and it's sitting right along the metro line, which means car-free living is actually realistic here. That's a big deal in a city where most people still think that public transit is a myth. But it isn't just about design, it's about lifestyle strategy. Developments like Habitat are attracting a new kind of buyer. The remote professional who wants convenience, community, and flexibility. They want to walk downstairs for coffee, meet friends without driving across town, and live in spaces that reflect their values, sustainability, connection, and creativity. Culver City's already home to Apple TV, Amazon Studios, and TikTok's West Coast headquarters. So demand for housing nearby is through the roof. And Habitat's success is just going to strengthen that ecosystem even more. Would you live in a community like this where you could work, shop, and hang out without ever needing a car? Comment your take. I want to know if that lifestyle actually appeals to Angelinos or if we're still car dependent. Number 5, LA Convention Center expansion. Downtown's big comeback. And finally, let's talk about the one project that could really redefine downtown LA. $2.6 billion expansion of the LA Convention Center is officially underway. Phase 1 wraps in 2026 and the full build should be complete by 2029, just in time for the Olympics. This expansion will completely modernize the complex, connecting it seamlessly with LA Live, the Crypto.com Arena, and the surrounding hotels. But more importantly, it's part of a bigger plan to make downtown a 24/7 neighborhood again. More walkability, more nightlife, more tourism, and more investment in housing, especially for professionals who want to live close to work or short-term rental investors preparing for the Olympic surge. Downtown has its ups and downs, we all know that. But this kind of infrastructure signals a long-term commitment from the city. You don't spend billions unless you're betting big on the area's comeback. Do you think downtown LA will ever reach that live, work, play balance like New York or Chicago? Or is it too far gone? Comment below, I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. Number 6, 28 by 28. That's LA's transportation power play. Now, this last one isn't a single building, it's a citywide transformation plan initiative that's going to completely change how people move across Los Angeles, right? It's called 28 by 28, and it's the LA Metro's massive push to complete 28 major transportation projects before the 2028 Olympics. We're talking about new rail extensions, upgraded stations, rapid bus corridors, and full-blown airport connections, including that long-awaited rail-to-rail link that will finally connect the metro line from East LA to the beach. This isn't just about public transit, it's about access, opportunity, and property value. When you make it easier to get to job centers, entertainment districts, or the airport without sitting in traffic for 2 hours, you change how people view entire neighborhoods. And that means from a real estate standpoint, the areas that plug directly into this expanded metro network, those are the ones that are going to quietly gain long-term value now. Places in the Valley or South LA that are used to feel disconnected are suddenly becoming prime commuter-friendly zones. Now, to be clear, some analysts say the Olympic boost won't be as dramatic as other cities because LA already has a ton of transit investment underway. But here's the bottom line. This is the first time in decades the city is actually connecting the dots, and that's going to reshape what location means in Los Angeles real estate. Would better metro access make you more likely to live in car light or even car-free LA? Drop your take in the comments. I'd love to see what you think and where you land on this one. All right, guys, so there you have it. 6 massive developments that are literally reshaping Los Angeles right now. From a better connected airport to a new cultural landmark to entire neighborhoods being reimagined. These projects are setting up the city for the next decade of growth. And whether you're buying, investing, or just watching how LA evolves, understanding these shifts early helps you stay ahead of the curve. I'm telling you, the city we're living in today won't look the same by 2028, and that's not hype. It's data, dollars, and development. So if you want to keep track of these changes and see where the smartest moves are being made, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And please, thanks again for dropping your thoughts and comment below. Which of these projects are you most excited about, and which ones do you think are overhyped? Let's start a real estate conversation, because Los Angeles is changing faster than ever, and the people that pay attention now are the ones that'll benefit later.